Hi everyone, I'm going to demo Spotlight, which is a brand new experience in Lightdash to see all of your company's metrics and KPIs in one place. And you can start drilling into those really easily. You don't need data skills, and I'm going to do that right now for you so you can see how easy it is. So here I can see all of our metrics in one place in the metrics catalog, and you can see that they have their names and descriptions, and these should be things that make sense to everyone. There's nothing here about the data warehouse or SQL or tables. This is just the name of the metrics, like queries executed, number of page views that we've had, and these are categorized into business areas. So if I'm on the growth team, I can instantly see metrics relevant to me. And I have emojis for them because it's been proven scientifically that we retain emojis in our head much better than words. So that's there to help you remember the ones that are important to you. So I'm going to go and look at the product team metrics. And so I've set up two here. And this top one says how many times we release a new version of Lightdash at any given time. So I'm going to press Explore, and I'm going to jump into this new Explore experience that is very easy to drive. You don't have to be a data professional to use it. And I can immediately see that last month in November, we released a production 246 times. So we released over 200 versions of Lightdash that month. So that's really interesting, but I already have some more questions. Maybe I want to say, how many times did this? We released a new version just now. Look at that. That was not planned. That's actually quite funny. I can now switch here to a weekly grain very easily and say how many did we ship per week. So I can see last week we shipped 77 times to production. I'm going to go back to monthly, and I can also change the time range here. So I'm looking at 12 months. Maybe I want to zoom in on the last 6 months. But as well as that, we've added some new features here for really common types of analysis that we know people want to do, but take so many steps in existing BI tools. So I'm going to, for example, compare to the previous year. So I'm like, okay, so we did 246. How did we do last November, or how did we do last year? So I'm just going to enable this. And without having to do anything, I immediately see this. So I can see that for November, we actually shipped 20% more times to production in 2024 versus the same month in 2023. And this is really cool to see, and I can go back through time. And again, this works for different granularities. So I could compare the last few months on a weekly grain to last year as well. And that's really easy to do. And again, this is normally really complex to do in existing tools. And I can also segment this by different fields. So I could maybe see how many mergers we have per different product type, or who created it. So here, this will show how many of our releases were from our core team or from the community. So our community also contributes to Lightdash, and this shows the split between those. So I can also dig in and find some interesting trends under here. Lastly, and this is something that's been really highly requested, in the Metrics Explorer, you can now mix and match metrics from across your whole business onto one chart very easily. You don't have to worry about joins or asking your data team for help. So here I'm going to press compare to another metric, and maybe, for example, I would like to compare how many releases we have to production, and let's compare that to how many unique devices looked at the product. So maybe there's a correlation between those. And there's no underlying link between these, but you might want to look at anything. You might want to look at revenue and your conversion rate, or you might want to see how many people viewed all of your blog posts versus how much the top of funnel grew that week. So it's a really good way to find correlations between completely disparate metrics across your whole business. So this is Spotlight. We'd love to get your opinions on it. You can book in with the team to get a demo, or you can get started yourself. This is live now for everybody in the product. So yeah, I look forward to hearing your feedback.